Hello, my name is Cash.
And my name is Aurora. We had a mystery on our hands this week.
The scholars in this room are part of the mighty ship, the Envisioneer.
While in search of an ancient treasure, we were marooned on an island, and a key part of our navigational map went missing.
Of the entire crew, we considered 4 suspects.
Today you will hear the evidence collected against Dr. Smart and Shipwright Neff.
Hi, I'm Courtney, and today I'm going to be talking about the different types of fractures. The first one is the simple fracture, which is just a single break throughout the bone. The next one is a closed fracture, which is any fracture without broken skin on it. The comminuted fracture is multiple breaks throughout all the bones. And finally, we have the open fracture, which is any broken skin on the fracture. We had to learn about the different types of fractures because one of the crew members, Sydney Young, had an injured ankle, and we had to wrap splints on it.
Hi, my name is Presley, and during the crime investigation, Sydney Young hurt her ankle, and Dr. Smart had to put a splint on it. And there's the splint, and you put this on there, you tuck that in the back, and then you wrap the Band-Aid around it. And if you're ever in the forest, be sure to bring like some first aid kit or splint or something in case you ever get hurt.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Smallwood, and in the medical field we made a model lung, so when you breathe out it looks like that, and then when you breathe in it looks like that. So we made these to help better understand the lung because Chief Stewart was wheezing and had a elevated heart rate because she had a hole in her lung.
So, like, he was wheezing because he had a hole in his lung. He had a hole in his lung, and then so he had to go to Dr. Smart so he could make his lung better. So he must have done like something bad to his lung in order to like get a hole in his heart. So to prevent bad things like from happening to your lungs, you can eat healthy food, release stress, and stop smoking if you ever smoke.
Now we're going to pass it to the engineering specialists.
Hi, my name is Taylor Stones, and I will be telling you about the engineering thinking process. There are 5 big categories that you should be thinking of while you're engineering. Number 1, test. Is your solution the best way to solve the problem? 2, empathize. What problems are you thinking of solving? 3, prototype. What kind of models are you thinking of building? 4, iterate. How many problems are you thinking of solving? 5, define. Define how are you going to define the problems and how you solve them? Next, I will be passing the mic to Madison Young.
Hi, I'm Madison Young, and here at Pathways to STEM, we build MBOTs. This is an MBOT. If you put it on the ground and you connect your phone to it, you can drive it around just like this. There's different speeds, and they're really fun to work with. Next, I'm going to be passing the mic to Taylor.
Hello, I am Taylor Barnes, and I will be showing you the code, why we coded, and the code that we used to find the crew members. So the crew members went missing unexpectedly, and we had to find, and it was flooded, so we couldn't get across, and we used the MBOTs. Here is the code we used to find the missing crew members, and this is how it goes. I'll be passing the mic to Aurora now.
Hi,
My name is Aurora Brookman. Finally, after all we did with the MBOTs, building and programming, we made truss bridges. Because first mate Sidney Young and shipwright Robert Neff got stranded in the island. For the bridge, we used straws and paper clips. And we used the design of triangles because when you put pressure on one side of the triangle, the other two support it. During the activity, we used cooperation and communication to build what we have here. Now, how we do this is we drive the MBOT over the bridge, just like that. Once we crossed, we found shipwright Robert Neff and Sidney Young. Sidney Young claims that shipwright Robert Neff has kidnapped her, and that is a key component to our evidence. Next, they're going to talk about Medicine B.
Hi, my name is Jet Payne, and I am with the medical team. While I was here at Pathways to STEM, we got to learn about snake bites and parts of the heart. We had to study the snake bites to figure out what type of snake bit a part of our crew, which was Miss Sidney Young. And we talked about the heart so Dr. Smart could try a new procedure. Now I am passing the mic over to Cash.
Hi, I'm Cash, and I'm going to be talking about the heart dissection. The heart has many different unique parts to it, and also the inside of the heart is very stiff, and the outside is slippery and slimy, and the pulmonary artery goes to the lungs and helps you breathe, and then the aorta is also a part of the heart, and the pulmonary vein is a vein in your heart, and the left atrium is the left side of the heart that is inside of it, and then the left ventricle is at the bottom of the heart, and the right ventricle is at the right side of the heart, the bottom right side of the heart, and the right atrium is at the middle right side. And now I'm passing it to Jagger.
I will be talking about. Hi, my name is Jagger. I'll be talking about snake bites. We learned how to treat hemotoxic and neurotoxic snake bites. We mixed milk and lemon juice together, and it spoiled and then clotted. That's what happens to your blood when you get bit by a venomous snake. The reason we needed to do this procedure was so that we could treat Sidney Young of her venom bite. Now we're moving on to the blood splatter.
Hi, my name is Dax Abbott, and today we will be reviewing blood splats, or splatter. So we have a crew called the Envisioneers, and we're going to be showing you two of them. Shipwright Robert Neff and First Mate Sidney Young. Sidney was a victim and Neff was a suspect, but that's beside the case right now. What we're looking at is blood splatters. So, First Mate Sidney, she had a gash on her shin, which made the blood spots a bit tinier than Neff's because hers were 12 feet below. So hers were 12 feet on the ground, off the ground. Neff's was 66 inches because it was on his head, and then once he bent over, it was 33 inches. We figured out that Neff was guilty based off the height of the blood drops. And I will be handing over the mic to Cortland.
We did an analysis on the blood drops to see how big they were, and we also figured out that in class we did an analysis to figure out how big the blood spots were, and with our whole class we figured out an average for the size of them, and we also figured out who committed the crime there, it was shipwriter Neff. Now we're going on to forensics.
Hi, my name is Xavier, and when I was in Envision, I learned about mystery powder. We also learned about fingerprinting. It was the most fun I've had learning.
Hello, my name is Kaiden, and I'm going to be talking about white powders. So, when we were doing the experiments, we had got white powders such as cornstarch, baking soda, powdered sugar, cream of tartar, and there was a mystery powder we had to figure out. So then we had got iodine, vinegar, and water. We had tested them. Whichever had the same reaction would most likely be the mystery powder. And we also tested pH levels. So we had tested cornstarch and the other powders. Whichever had the same pH level would be most likely the mystery powder. And we had tested the cornstarch, and cornstarch had this same pH level and had the same similarities as the mystery powder. So we had found out that the mystery powder was cornstarch.
Hello, my name is Tyler. For the fingerprints, we tried to find who was working with Robert Neff. We used cocoa powder and tape to get the fingerprint off of the cup. We figured out that it was Dr. Smart who was working with Robert Neff. You guys should really come to Pathways to STEM. That was us talking about forensic science.
Based on all the information that our STEM group has submitted, we believe that Shipwright Neff and Dr. Smart are guilty of stealing the ancient map.